Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here, and look at this, I'm finally managing in the MLS, because I really wanted to learn this save more specifically, how to manage in the MLS. There's heaps of rules. See, there's contract rules already. If I click on the league, there's 2 conferences. That's difficult as it is already. So this save is more about me learning it because I want to do one in Football Manager 2015, and always suggested. I've had a few suggestions over the course from people in FM13, FM14. Actually, recently got one to made me, like the other day, to second think about it, actually. Because I like the premise of it, I guess you can say. Like, there's drafting, there's trading, but I need to experiment with it. I have never done it before. I think maybe a couple years ago I would have loaded up a save, I would have started a save, but I just didn't get into it for whatever reason. Maybe I thought it was too difficult because it was way too different. Because I always like to be have European success, and obviously that wouldn't come from a MLS save. Yeah, it wouldn't come with the MLS. But like I said, MLS has the draft. Draft is that kind of stuff. Drafting is one of my favorite things. In games, with games like that. So I actually play NBA and Madden a lot. I like those draft kind of games, even though I'm not good at the game. I just like going through that kind of process. And the most popular sport in Australia as well, AFL. I'm not sure how many of you heard of it, but obviously Australians who are subscribed and watching, of course you'll know. And that's what I like. The main thing there is draft. The draft is a huge thing. Trading is a huge thing at the end of the season, which is actually getting towards that period now. But yeah, that's the exciting part. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this. But yeah, more so, this save for me is just to get familiar, because I want to do a save with this, like I said, in Football Manager 2015. So hopefully, you can give me some tips. So this is not maybe huge for your enjoyment. It's more so for myself. I do a lot of the videos all the time for myself, but even more so to get to know the game. But I thought I might as well record while I do it, because this is what I'm doing during the day. So you might as well see it. And yeah, as I said, sometimes people like to say they must get a rise out of getting likes on their comment or something, because they have no other achievements. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's 2 sides. Some people say I start too many saves, and there's other people who are suggesting me to start more. So I see that all the time. I see people saying, do this, do that, do this. And it gives me ideas in my head. So you can't blame me. But yeah, as I said, I said this in an earlier video, I want to get my money's worth from the game. What I paid personally from the game. So yeah, hopefully you do understand that. But yeah, like right now, I don't even know where to start. Like, what do I do? I have to read the contract rules. But yeah, the biggest thing for me is I love drafts, like I said. So, like, even before reading it, I can just have a glimpse at some words and it looks confusing, like designated players. Okay, I'm going to try and read this and try and make sense of it, okay? It says, New York may sign a maximum... Oh, first I'll say why I chose to be New York, because they have the Australian legend, Tim Cahill. And yeah, I haven't managed him for a while in Football Manager. If you say... Well, yeah, because I've never actually signed him, never thought he was worth signing with teams I've been. Because of his age, I guess you can say. I don't really like older players in Football Manager, at least in Premier League. But in a league like MLS, they can do the job. So yeah, he's one of the key players in the team without a doubt. But yeah, we'll go back to try and read this. It says, New York may sign a maximum of 3 designated players. These players are typically of a higher stature and greater quality than the rest of the squad. And as such, their contribution towards the salary cap will be equal to the maximum senior salary of $240,000 regardless of their total weight. So that sounds confusing. I have to think that to myself again. It says, if the player is signed during the summer transfer window, clubs get a 50% discount on their salary cap. See, that's just too much to think about. I'm not sure about you. That's too much. That's too much information to think about, in my view. I don't even understand it. I'll probably have to read it a few times back. But, move on. It says here, however, a designated player 20 years old or younger, referred to as a young designated player, only counts as $95K against the club's salary cap budgets, whereas a young designated player 21 to 23 years old counts as 130k against the. See, there's so much different that it impacts to the salary cap. All these different numbers. It says the budget charge for the mid-season signing of a young DP is 95k, and this amount cannot be lowered with allocation funds. Clubs will not have to buy a third DP roster slot to accommodate a young like, I'm just thinking in my head, what the hell? What the hell is this? This is why I need to do this, because I want to do a save like this, definitely in the future. It sounds like a really good league in terms of, like I said, drafting. And I would imagine there's no youth that's the youth intake, would it be? I would imagine that would be the youth intake, doing the draft. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And for people who have played, can you trade for draft picks? Like, you add them in trades for players? If that's, like, you can't buy players, you have to trade? I don't know, have to see how it goes though, but... Anyway, sorry, hit my mic there. It's probably going to make some noise, but YOLO. So, yeah, where are we now? It says, okay, Generation Adidas. What does that even mean? It says, yeah, contracts pay above the senior minimum salary value and are given the highest rated prospects coming through the draft system. Okay, That's the part I find interesting, draft system. That gets me excited about that. They are always exempt from the salary cap, okay. A maximum of 4 players on senior minimum salary deals or Generation Adidas deals may be designated as off-budget and therefore exempt from the salary cap. Oh my god. If the majority of these slots are taken up by Generation Adidas players, some of those on senior minimum salary deals will have a cap impact. See, honestly, when I'm reading that, I'm just reading it. It doesn't register in my head. It sounds confusing. And next, the last part, it says reserve and homegrown players will never count towards the salary cap. That's interesting. So American players won't count toward the salary cap. But there are provisos on which players can sign such deals. See, I don't even know what that means. Reserve contracts apply to those under the age of 25 and come with a maximum length of 2 years. Whilst homegrown players from the club's academy retain their cap-free status for the duration of their first contract, regardless of the club they play for. So the club's academy, what's that? Is there like a youth squad or something? Other squads? Okay, there's an academy. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, are these regens? Okay, I'm confused. So, well, I thought it's the draft, or do you just get regens anyway? So I'm just going to go to assistant reports to see if there's anyone worth. See, there's some guys that have okay potential. Like, who's got the highest potential here? Brent Harks. See, like, if I sign them up, do they count towards something? But, yeah, they said homegrown players don't count towards a salary. So, if I get just a coach report here, so he has the potential to be a star defensive midfielder in the MLS. So, you think he's someone you would sign up. But, yeah, for someone who's played this before and played it in depth, please leave your thoughts. And there's no real current, first team ability. Yeah, Brett Harks is one of the best. How about Gabe Walsh as well? Oh, and that's another thing. Yeah, usually I don't play in other countries other than English countries. Like, I've made like Premier League teams. I did an A-League save as well, and now in MLS, in America, obviously, United States, they're all English names. Mostly, anyway. Like, I know how to pronounce them. Like I told you, like, these guys, Johnny Santos, that kind of stuff. Gabe Walsh, like I said, simple names. Adam Smith, Seth Fletcher, Ben Bryan. You know what I'm talking about here. So, we'll move on for that. We'll focus on that at a later date. I'll, try and think of it. Does every team have an academy like that as well? They should. Okay, you can see all these academies from other teams. Interesting. Like, you see the LA Galaxy, they're probably one of the biggest. If I search by general info, okay, there's not valid. But yeah, I'll worry about all this youth stuff later. So that's that part. That's confusing as enough as it is. But see, this is what I mean. This gives you a different experience. This is what I wanted to say about before. Like I said, getting my money's worth from the game. This gives you such a different experience. And yeah, I wouldn't want to not play this just because people say you start a lot of saves. Like, I want to get my money worth of the game, and I want to show this to people that want to see it, that people have requested it. So yeah, instead, no one is forcing you to watch my videos if you don't want to see it. But yeah, that's what I mean. This gives you a different experience, and that's what, yeah, I want to get the most out of the game as I can each year. So, and you get that by playing in different leagues. And also, not to forget, we got Thierry Henry as well. So Henry and Cahill in the attack. Look at that. Okay, who else is good? Who's got the highest value? I just click Bradley Wright Phillips. Not too bad. He played in England, yeah, obviously. He's Sean Wright Phillips' brother. He's played in the Premier League, so he's got quality. Well, it was a while ago, but still, for Man City, before they got all the big money. But still, like, I guess, if the MLS level is similar to A-League, this guy would be a good play. It's probably slightly better. The quality's slightly better when you got guys like Henry and stuff. But saying that, Del Piero was in the A-League. So, yeah, it's similar. Yeah, I'll say the leagues are similar, but yeah, MLS a bit better, I would say. At the current point of time, anyone else? Dax McCarty just seems like one of those average players. But yeah, I'm not going to go through the whole team now. I'm going to... Oh, Bobby Convey. He used to play for Reading or something around 2008. Yeah, around that time. I thought so. I remember managing... I had Reading in FM08. Always talk about that game. That's when I played there the most. Because I didn't get FM09 until pretty late, so, yeah. I don't think I even got FM10. I can't even remember. I got it eventually, but yeah. Played FM08 heaps. But anyway, that's what I mean. I need to really look in to this a lot more. I think that's all for quality players. I'm going to have to look into it more. If there's anyone good that you know, Santiago Castano, I know this guy's a high prospect for a goalkeeper, so you got reports. Where did he come from as well? See, he came from the academy. So was he in the draft? See, this is confusing. Do you get regens through the academy as well, or they're all drafted players? It's hard to say. Because usually the draft, you don't get this many players. You maybe get 5 or 6. At least in my experience. Not in Football Manager with this, because I haven't done it before. Like I said, I was talking about like Australian Sport AFL. Usually teams will pick up 5, 6, sometimes 7 players in the draft. So, yeah, if it's the same... Because look at all the players here. There's like 20 or whatever, or more. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to check it out a lot privately. But I think I'm just going to wing it. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to play through it. I'm not going to sit here looking at every single thing. I'm just going to just act as it's a normal save. And if something comes up I have to deal with, I'll deal with it. But for now, if you want to see some more of this... Up until, I guess, FIFA 15, because I'm basically just playing this to FIFA 15 to pass the time. And yeah, then I'm going to get stuck into FIFA 15 once the demo is out. A few days later, the web app will come out after the demo is released. And yeah, about a week from then, I will get the early release. I think that is 5 days early, and I think release in Australia is the 25th, 26th, so it'll be like around 21st, where I can download it, just so you know what's going to happen. But yeah, this is just something to pass the time. This is a save for me to learn about the MLS so I can make a good save about it next year. Whereas, yeah, next year it won't really matter what kind of team. Like, I would imagine it wouldn't really matter what kind of team I be. A lot of people are still going to be watching. Hopefully, if Football Manager continues to grow. But yeah, that's what I mean. I really want to do a save like this where drafting and trading is a big thing. So yeah, I just want to check this out before I finish. You can't... You're not allowed to... But this is confusing. Just say if I click on Henry Thomas, he's another player. If you make an offer. See, I like this. This is what's allocation money? That's obviously some money you'll pay to them, yeah? Like, just a bit of extra bonus. How do I take that off now? Press undo, yeah? Okay, that's all you have to do. And then you can... What's play... Oh, draft allocation. You can put a draft... Oh, shit. Yes, I love this stuff. I told you, I play the NBA game all the time. This is what I love. Where you trade with draft picks. Because I love, actually, that kind of thing. I just love drafts. That's insane. I always watch it as well. Even though that I don't follow NBA and Madden... Well, not Madden, NFL. That's the game. But yeah, I don't follow it so much in terms of watching. I watch sometimes when it's on TV. It's not too often. But yeah, I just love seeing that kind of stuff, and I love it in games as well. You can trade for draft picks, so you can just get rid of some deadwood, Wait, can you do that? Can you... Yeah, can you add a draft allocation in that? Like, can you remove a player? Or can't you? Okay, he does remove. And then you can just add a draft allocation. You can put their first round pick. Oh, then I could swap for a player, yeah? I just want to check that out. So that's for players from the same league. I would imagine it will be different from, yeah, just say Ross Wallace from Burnley, just for example. If I go to offer for him, that will be a normal buying players from other teams. Okay, I knew, this is set up perfectly, and it's good. Credit to Sports Interactive as well. They make it's such a different experience just by these few things I've seen so far, and I would imagine it will go on like that. So I'm actually really excited to do this. So yeah, hopefully you want to see it as well. I'm really pumped up for this. So if you could smash 100 likes, I know you can reach that because my last PSG episode is almost on 200, which is insane, which shows that my Football Manager videos are growing. So I really appreciate everyone who watches and, like I said, leaves positive feedback, because they're the ones I really thank, because it leaves me really happy that what I'm doing is worth my time, really. So I really appreciate it. Everyone who leaves those positive comments, and everyone who gives good feedback as well. That's what I love to see. And I'll see you guys next time.